Culture of East Timor. Published December the 8th, 2017. Special characters are denoted as follows. And. Left and right parentheses. The culture of East Timor reflects numerous cultural influences, including Portuguese, Roman Catholic and Malay, on the indigenous Austronesian cultures in East Timor. Part 1. Literature. Easily the most famous East Timorese author is Xanana Gusmão, the leader of the Timorese resistance organization Fretland, and former Prime Minister of independent East Timor. He wrote 2 books during the struggle for independence. Also a poet and painter, he produced works describing the culture, values, and skills of the Timorese people. Other important writers of Timor include Luis Cardoso, Fernando Silvan, the Ponte Pedrinha, Jorge Barros Duarte, Crisodio Araujo, Jorge Laughton, Francisco Boyu da Costa, Afonso Busametan and Fitten Fuic. Part 2. Music. Part 3. Religion. East Timor has been nominally Catholic since early in the Portuguese colonial period. The Catholic faith became a central part of East Timorese culture during the Indonesian occupation between 1975 and 1999. While under Portuguese rule, the East Timorese had mostly been animist, sometimes integrated with minimal Catholic ritual. The number of Catholics dramatically increased under Indonesian rule. This was for several reasons. Indonesia was predominantly Muslim. The Indonesian state required adherence to one of 5 officially recognized religions and did not recognize traditional beliefs, and because the Catholic Church, which remained directly responsible to the Vatican throughout Indonesian rule, became a refuge for East Timorese seeking sanctuary from persecution. The apostolic administrator, de facto bishop, of the Diocese of Dili, Monsignor Martinho da Costa Lopes, began speaking out against human rights abuses by the Indonesian security forces, including rape, torture, murder, and disappearances. Following pressure from Jakarta, he stepped down in 1983 and was replaced by the younger priest, Monsignor Carlos Felipe Ximenes Bello, who Indonesia thought would be more loyal. However, he too began speaking out, not only against human rights abuses, but the issue of self-determination, writing an open letter to the Secretary-General of the United Nations, calling for a referendum. In 1996 he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, along with exiled leader José Ramos Horta, now the country's president. In spite of accusations by the Suharto regime that East Timor's independence movement, Fretland, was communist, many of its leaders had trained to be priests, and their philosophy probably owed more to the Catholic liberation theology of Latin America and to Marxism. However, in spite of the majority of the country's people now being Catholics, there is freedom of religion in the new secular republic, and the former Prime Minister Mari Al-Qadri is a Muslim of Yemeni descent. Part 4. Sports. East Timor has joined many international sport associations, including the International Olympic Committee, IOC. The IOC board has granted full recognition to the East Timorese Olympic Committee, COTL. The IOC had allowed a mainly symbolic 4-member team to take part in the 2000 Sydney Games under the Olympic flag as independent Olympic athletes. The Federação de Timor Leste de Atletismo has joined the International Association of Athletics Federations, IAF. The Federação de Badminton de Timor Leste joined the International Badminton Federation, IBF. In April 2003, the East Timor Cycling Federation has joined the Union Cycliste Internationale. The Confederação do Desporto de Timor Leste has joined the International Weightlifting Federation. East Timor is also a full member of the International Table Tennis Federation, ITTF. In September 2005, East Timor's national football team joined FIFA. In January 2015, Federação Cricket Timor Leste (FDCTL) registered as National Cricket Federation. Cricket game in Timor-Leste is founded by Mohamed Tayyeb Javed in 2013. East Timor has taken part in several sporting events. Although the athletes came back with no medals, East Timorese athletes had the opportunity to compete with other Southeast Asian athletes in the 2003 Southeast Asian Games held in Vietnam in 2003. In the 2003 ASEAN Paralympics Games, also held in Vietnam, East Timor won a bronze medal. In the Athens 2004 Olympic Games, 6 athletes participated in 3 sports: athletics, weightlifting and boxing. East Timor won 3 medals in harness at the 2005 Southeast Asian Games. East Timor was also one of the competing nations in the first Lusophony Games, winning a bronze medal in the women's volleyball competition, finishing 3rd out of 3 teams, despite the fact the team had lost all its 3 games. On October 30, 2008, East Timor earned their first international points in a FIFA match with a 2-2 draw against Cambodia. Part 5. Horse Racing. Horse racing is a popular sport in Timor-Leste. Although less than 14 hands high, the Timor pony is used. It is renowned for its agility and strength. Regional race meets are held throughout Timor-Leste. Part 6. Film. An extensive collection of Timorese audiovisual material is held at the National Film and Sound Archive of Australia. These holdings have been identified in a document titled the NFS Timor-Leste Collection Profile, which features catalogue entries and essays for a total of 795 NFSA held moving image, recorded sound and documentation works that have captured the history and culture of Timor-Leste since the early 20th century. The NFSA is working with the Timor-Leste government to ensure that all of this material can be used and accessed by the people of that country. The extensive audiovisual material in the Max-style archive on the independence of Timor-Leste have been inscribed in UNESCO's Memory of the World Register in 2013 as Birth of a Nation, Turning Points. Part 7. Cuisine. The cuisine of East Timor consists of regional popular foods such as pork, fish, basil, tamarind, legumes, corn, rice, root vegetables, and tropical fruit. East Timorese cuisine has influences from Southeast Asian foods and from Portuguese dishes from its colonization by Portugal. Flavors and ingredients from other former Portuguese colonies can be found due to the presence of Portuguese soldiers from other colonies in East Timor. Part 8. Public holidays. East Timor now has public holidays that commemorate historic events in the liberation struggle, as well as those associated with Catholicism and Islam. They are defined in 16.7 kb. Element or table removed. Unsuitable for speech. This recording is a derivative work from Wikipedia. For more information, please visit www.frogcast.org.